All right, this is a controversial video about the Sony A7s3. Okay, let's just get straight into this. I think Sony have given in to peer pressure, and they've given this camera a feature that this camera did not need, basically. And that feature is a flip-out screen, designed by committee. Have you ever heard that phrase where a load of people stick their input in and they ask for stuff and everyone says shit and then something comes out and it's like, how the hell have we ended up with this? The flip-out screen. And I can feel people going, how dare you? You know, we need a flip-out screen. What do you need a flip-out screen for? Hold the camera up and see themselves when they're vlogging. Or if they've got the camera set up on a tripod like this one here, and you've got the screen on the side. I have a monitor on top whenever I'm shooting these kind of things, but do you know what the problem with the flip-out screen is? It's the same as a phone. If you're talking to your phone, people don't look at the lens at you watching the video. They look at their screen, which is over here. So what you find is a lot of people vlogging like this, and that is really off-putting. I find it really difficult to engage with a video when someone's looking off camera the whole time. So I have never felt like I've needed a flip-out screen. I vlog with the A6300. Look, yes, sometimes you cock up your exposure or you get something slightly wrong, but generally stick a wide lens on, put it on autofocus. It's gonna capture what you're doing. For everything else, you can sit down and frame it up correctly and get it right. But a basic, like, put your hand in front of the camera to get your exposure roughly correct is totally fine for most of that stuff. Why did they put the flip-out screen on this camera? It's because everyone's been complaining about it. But why do I think it's the wrong thing for this camera? Here's why. If you're vlogging, great, right? Pop a mic on. There's a little door on the side here up at the top. Mic plugs in. Great, it's tucked out of the way. You know, I can still operate my screen. I can still move it about. Brilliant, because they've thought about that. Very, very clever, and I like that. It's a good touch, okay? Cool. That's for people who are vlogging. If you're filming someone else, right? Say okay, sometimes you'll use a shotgun mic. Normally when I'm filming other people, I'll be using a lavs. This is the Sennheiser AVX, right? So I'll have them laved up and I'll have the mic plugged in. And here's the problem with this. You have your microphone plugged in, but when you're shooting client work, you want to be monitoring your audio the whole time. So then you have to open up the second door. Stick your headphones in, the screen opens, but you can't rotate it. You can rotate it that way. So if you want to film like this, great. Can't rotate the other way. The way to rotate it is you have to fold it, rotate it back, and then turn it. And you think, okay, cool. I'll just twist that up so I can see it. Bang, stops there. Because of that door. Now you've got a camera like this, you got cables everywhere. With the other port, you've got all the ports open, and you can't rotate anything. Can't rotate that at all. It just keeps hitting this. It's completely ridiculous. I've been using this thing for about 3 months and it is driving me insane. Because on the A7 III and all the other cameras, you have this articulating screen that everyone complains about. It's brilliant for filming other people because it folds out there and you have your control here. So you can just tilt it. And this screen's brilliant. I've never had a problem. I've always loved that. I feel like it's a little bit limiting. I'd like to be able to pull out a little bit further. And I think it's great that Sony are listening to people. I think it's great that they're working with them and bringing features like that to the cameras. But this was not the camera to do that with. This is their professional range. This is their pro level. 3,800, 1,800. Massive difference in the price of that. Most people who are going to buy this camera are going to be doing professional work. And we're not talking cinema. We're just talking we're talking commercial client work. In all sorts of different things. Some people do corporate video, sports video, like more commercial advertising, social media stuff is what I tend to do with it. Because this thing costs a ton. So your investment's gonna be into your business. And from the guys I've spoken to, they're all in agreement that this is a super annoying feature. And now there are gonna be people who use this camera to vlog, but those people are either gonna be working with Sony or have some sort of connection to Sony, or they're gonna have a lot of investment into their vlogs, or they're gonna treat their YouTube vlogger stuff like a business, all right? So there is that professional side to it, and I get that, all right? And those people are gonna use that camera. But most people who are gonna be buying this camera are not gonna wanna spend that money to vlog with. They're gonna wanna spend less money because they don't wanna risk carrying that around. I have this one here that you're looking at here, the A6300, and that's my vlogging camera. It's old, it's battered up, literally built for me to run and gun vlog. If I wanna shoot stuff in a studio, normally what I'll do is I'll shoot it on this camera. I think Sony put it on the wrong camera. This wasn't the camera to put a flip out screen on. Look, it's probably not a make or break. It's fucking annoying though. It makes a camera that is this is an amazing camera to use. This is the best camera I've ever shot with photo or video. And it's a 12 megapixel camera. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, is 12 megapixels enough for taking photos? Yes, it totally is. The only thing is, when you're shooting 12 megapixels, you just have to be really conscious of your composition from the beginning. On a 24.5 megapixel camera, 40 or 60, you can shoot wider, have a lot of excess room, and then crop in post, and you can still print on billboards and glossies and newspapers and stuff like that. But when you're shooting on 12 megapixels, you have to be a little bit more careful with it, really. Shooting photos in this makes me think more about the composition and less about cropping in post, which I quite like. And the flip out screen comes in super handy for like low portrait shots. But no one's buying this camera to shoot low portrait photographs. They're buying it to shoot high quality video. It's really irritating. Outside of that, that's an incredible camera. But I just wanted to share that with you because I've looked at a lot of videos online and watched a lot of people review the camera and talk about it. And people are talking about the obvious features. And I've seen a lot of people be like, 5 things they don't like about the A7S3. And they've talked about like generic stuff. But I'm just like, first-hand experience as someone that uses this camera in the real world for client work, that is a really irritating feature. It is super, super annoying. If you're the sort of person that runs a monitor on top of your camera, then you're gonna be fine with this sort of stuff. You might be someone out there that vlogs with one of these cameras and completely disagrees with me on this. But I'm just saying, like, if you're the sort of person that wants to move around, be nimble, and have a light camera rig and shoot everything handheld and use the screen on the camera, because these are shit hot screens. You know, why spend all the money and then go, I'm not gonna use the monitor on it. So if you are looking to buy one of these, be aware that you're gonna get irritated by this, because it's just something honest and firsthand that I've experienced with it. And maybe it'll help somebody else who's thinking of buying it, because it's a big investment. So, and look, other people are gonna love the flip out screen. Maybe don't tell me if you love flip out screens. Keen to know if you've had the same issue, if you've got annoyed at that as the way I have. Has it irritated you? And I'm not talking about people who love it for vlogging. We get it. If you vlog with it, we get it. It works a treat. But I'm talking about the people who are doing other stuff like that. Have you found this irritating? Thanks very much for watching, and take it easy. Catch you in the next video.